Welcome to Gann Supremacy's exclusive Bitcoin forecast. We're diving deep into 2026 using Gann's powerful techniques to predict Bitcoin's trajectory. Using Gann's angles and time cycles, we've identified critical zones for Bitcoin in 2026. Watch as these Gann lines reveal potential turning points and price targets. For in-depth analysis and Gann trading strategies, subscribe to Gann Supremacy on YouTube. Unlock.
Good morning, viewers. This is Gann Supremacy from the Gann Supremacy YouTube channel. Welcome to this new episode. Today is 2nd January 2026. Time is 5:13:25 IST Indian Standard Time, and we are recording a forecast for the year of 2026 for Bitcoin, BTCUSD symbol, that is Bitstamp, available on TradingView. So first, disclaimer from my side: I am not a SEBI registered analyst. So follow your investment decisions with your investment advisor, with the help of your investment advisor, and do not take any undue risk in markets. Try to preserve your capitals first and then think of profits to sustain for long term in markets. Else, you will need to put in capital again and again to sustain in markets. Okay. So, this is the weekly chart for Bitcoin, BTC USD. So, as you can see, we have made a all time high around 126,272 on the week of 16th October 2025. So the vertical lines here shown are the time cycle dates, and the horizontal line are the price cycle levels. So looking at Bitcoin on the weekly chart, which was the best chart to analyze as said by WD Gann. Okay. Now coming to forecasting. Okay. Forecasting is a dangerous business if you don't have the right kind of knowledge. Okay. Also, forecasting and trading are two different worlds, opposite to each other. Okay, you can be a good forecaster but a bad trader. You could be a good trader and a bad forecaster also. Okay, both scenarios are possible. Okay, but still, we go into forecasting with the knowledge available to us from WD Gann, and it is as per my understanding. Okay, so everybody will have his own view on any script or indices according to the Gann theory which he has learned and practiced. Okay. So Gann knowledge is freely available in the domain, but still people find it difficult to derive something profitable from it. That's why you need a good mentor for it. Okay. So let us come back to BTC USD again. So as you can see, we made a double top here around in December 2024. So this was an important time cycle date coming in here in November 2024, and this was the important price cycle level. Okay. So we made a double top here, and this Gann angle was broken two times. Okay. So this is the one by one angle. All angles are one by one angle, rising ones and falling ones. Okay. So this is drawn as per the Gann's law of vibration. Okay. Every script has its own vibration. So you have to do mathematical calculations with respect to price and time to arrive at the vibration for individual script. Okay, so never compare any other market or draw any analogy that if this is going up and then this will come down, or this is coming down then this will go up. Okay, that doesn't fit into Gann's theory. Okay, so you need to assess every script or index individually. Okay, never compare scripts within the same sector also. Okay, every script will have its own vibration. Try to measure it and do your price and time calculations. Okay, so once we got this double top, we drop down. So this, on this angle we took support. Once we broke this angle, we came to the next angle. Okay, from here we have taken one support here, second support here. This was a bear trap, and then we, once we close above this angle, we started the up journey. We crossed the earlier angle and we hit a third high here on the time cycle date. Okay, again we drop below this angle and we gained this angle. Once we gained this angle, then we hit this price cycle target around here. Once went sideways, second time this was the double top, and for me this was the important top. Why? Because it is coming between my two time cycle dates, and this was my price reference and time reference. So once we drop below this angle, again we tried to take out this high, but we failed, made a double top on the weekly, and this was the time to be cautious on Bitcoin, comparing the earlier high here and this high here. Okay, so once we drop below this price level, you have to wait for confirmation of the drop below this angle. We got the back test here on this angle, and this was the right time to go short. So within this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, you got a decent run on Bitcoin on the downside, and this could have given you decent profits. Okay, so this time cycle date was important, where we formed a important low here. So this is price and time squaring. So this is one important time period, and this is one important price cycle point. So for the coming year 2026, 85,135 is the level to be watched hereafter. Okay, not only 2026 but hereafter. When I say hereafter, I mean it after this low. Okay, if we drop below this, then the growth on BTC will be difficult. Okay, if we are forming a low, as you can see here, we are forming a base here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks we are here. Okay, not going below this, taking support here. So this is a very, very, very important level. Okay, so for the Bitcoin growth to continue, we have to move along this one by one angle. Okay, this is the growth angle. If we drop below this, then this will become the support, and then we need to follow this going ahead. Okay, which I will be updating once we come to this side time cycle dates. Okay, so for the year 2026, my time cycle dates are: first is 16th February, second is 16th March, third is 18th May 2026, 17th August 2026, and final date for the year is 16th November 2026. Most important price cycle level is 85,135. Next is 1 102,471. This level is going to be very, very, very important. That is 108,135. So this level represents three tops and two bottoms. So this is the first top, second top, third top, this first bottom, second bottom, third bottom. So lot of things are happening at this level. So keep watch on this level. Once we are above this, then we could try and challenge the three tops formed here. Okay. For that, we have to conquer this level, that is 119948. So to challenge the all-time high, we need to close above this level. Okay. We need to close above this level. So once we cross this, then we can look for the all-time highs again. So one level is coming here at 137050. Next level is coming at 154782. Okay. So this is one of the most important time cycle level. Okay. So 15000 is a psychological level for Bitcoin given by many analysts all over the world as a target, but our Gann level comes at 154782. Okay, so this could be a big resistance for Bitcoin in the coming year. Okay, so on the downside, we can see we have supports around 67474, and another support is coming at 62270. Okay, so this is in the zone of earlier top around 69000. Okay, so this was the major top here, that is 69000, formed in November 2021. So again, this was a double top here. April, we went above this important level on price cycle. Then we formed a top here. We could not cross this level and we failed to close above this level. Okay, that is 67281. Okay, we could not close above this, and once we drop below this level, we were coming towards this target. Okay, this level target. So drop from here, again we came to the target. We have formed a base here. I have not drawn any Gann angles here as we don't require, because price action is not happening in that zone. So I have not drawn any Gann angles. Currently we are in this zone. So the relevant Gann angles have been put on the chart. Okay. So here we need to come out of this shadow. Okay. Of this angle. Okay. We have taken support on this angle. So this shadow thing will get over by 23rd March. Okay, 23rd March. So this is one important date to look at. Why? Because this is the angle squaring the high. Okay, so one date here is 19th Jan 2026. Another date here is 23rd March 2026. Another date here is 18th May 2026. Another date here is 20th July 2026. Okay, so that's all from me for BTC USD. Keep watching us here at Gann Supremacy for such updates on the world markets. Thank you for joining in. Keep a watch on all the levels, price cycle levels, and time cycle dates given. It will be useful for you while trading BTC USD.
Welcome to Gann Supremacy's exclusive Bitcoin forecast. We're diving deep into 2026 using Gann's powerful techniques to predict Bitcoin's trajectory. Using Gann's angles and time cycles, we've identified critical zones for Bitcoin in 2026. Watch as these Gann lines reveal potential turning points and price targets. For in-depth analysis and Gann trading strategies, subscribe to Gann Supremacy on YouTube. Unlock.